Everyone, welcome to another exciting edition of the Square Circle Maniacs Pro Wrestling Podcast. My name is Johnny Bottles, and the man to my left, in the ranting room of stately Wayne Manor, he's in the room of the magic windows, Dr. Don Wayne, the neckbeard psychologist. Don, it was a great show on last night. It was absolutely fantastic. It held my interest the entire night. Andy and Mayberry had a marathon on MeTV, and I thought it was fantastic. I think
I thought you were going to say you watched the replay of NXT.
I did watch the replay of NXT. I watched that on a delay. I couldn't finish it Tuesday night. I watched it last night. It was fantastic, Don. And then I watched Andy and Mayberry. No, seriously, I actually watched that other show. And
NXT.
Between NXT and AEW Dynamite, it was like night and day. It was like, as Simon Cowell would say, it's the difference between chalk and cheese.
Why is Brian Alvarez freaking out over 3 title changes? Like, I don't understand his mentality. He freaked out over it.
Ethan Page lost his North American Championship to the deaf kid. I forgot his name. That quickly, I forgot his name because he's very generic. It's outside the fact that he's a deaf guy, and he's the live-in boyfriend of Stephanie Vacker, by the way.
Generic.
And yes. What a guy. Where's his name?
Miles.
I'll find his name. Miles Bourne. Miles Bourne is his name. That's right. Miles Bourne.
Thank you, Denise.
And he's a good wrestler, by the way. Very, very good wrestler. So Ethan Page is moving up to the main roster. And then you got Sol Ruka. And then the culmination of her problems she's having with her tag team partner, Zarya. She was supposed to wrestle JC Jane for the NXT Women's title last night. And Zarya turned on her and beat the hell out of her. And JC Jane pinned her. So that's 2 title changes. Then you had the tag titles change, Don. The tag team titles changed. They brought some guys in up from Evolve, the Vanity Project, 3 good-looking kids, and they took on Dark State and won the tag titles from Dark State. So maybe the guys in Dark State are going to be destined for the main roster soon. That's what I would think.
Well, they need to shake up. They need to shake up the tag title picture no matter what. They got to shake that up.
They've got to do something.
The main roster have never meant less in my entire life. They just don't mean shit now.
While the words were leaving your lips, my mind was a millisecond ahead, thinking the exact same thing. They mean nothing. And what's going on in the main roster of WWE? Everybody's falling to shit. Everybody's getting hurt.
Well, we're going to get there. We're going to get there.
Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead. What do you want to talk about first?
Easy on that horse. Easy on that horse.
Man. Whoa, big fella. Whoa, Aubrey. Slow down, Aubrey.
I guess we should probably talk about, quite honestly, WWE Raw to kick off the show. Because that's where a lot of the news came from this week. The injuries, all that stuff. Just a lot of shit went wrong. A lot of shit went right. Gunther, I'm tired of people coming at me with the bullshit on Gunther. Gunther kicked this show off in dramatic fashion, bitching and moaning to where the GM came out and he's yelling at him and he kicks him off the show and then he gets attacked. I'm sorry. That's how you kick off a wrestling program, with pure chaos. That's how you start it.
I heard profanity leave the lips of Adam Pearce. He said the GD word.
I thought this was a tremendous way to lead off Raw. I don't know why some people didn't like the show. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a decent Raw. It was one of the better efforts of the past several months, in my opinion.
Right.
And by the way, thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe. Hit that notifications button. Super chat's open if you got something to say. Let's get to it. Raw entertained me this week. I was sports entertained. I didn't have to love it. I enjoyed it. And we're going to get to that too, Ashton Chevalier. Bottles has got it all queued up. Netflix backed out of the Warner Brothers deal. We're going to get to that here shortly. There is a new front runner in town, and it's a cash offer. And you better take it, because it ain't going to get no better than that. Pretty soon, you'll have to start selling pieces of this shit.
Worst case scenario for AEW. Worst case scenario.
Well, we can talk about that real quick since he brought it up. Paramount offered Warner Brothers a cash offer, way above what the market value is, from what I understand.
Right.
And for whatever reason, they still don't want to accept it. I don't know what the deal is with it. I don't know why they're so hesitant on it. I'm sure the stockholders are like, sell the damn thing while we can get something for this. Because again, they've been in such dire straits lately. The movies have essentially flopped. They've had a couple of hits, and that's it. And yes, you're right. This is the worst case scenario for AEW if they end up with them, because now you've got UFC in bed with them. TKO's there. They are in bed with them. And you're not talking about a nickel and dime company or a nickel and dime contract. Last year, the numbers are in, and thank you again, Ashton. Last year, the numbers are in. UFC did $1.7 billion or $1.5 billion in revenue. WWE did $1.7 billion in revenue.
Mm-hmm.
I understand AEW got a good contract for AEW. We're talking about billions of dollars that these two companies are generating. That's if you're keeping numbers at home, that's $3.2 billion in revenue that they had last year. Mm-hmm. And the fact that WWE is making more than UFC, that's kind of telling. $200 million is no joke. That's a big, that's a gap.
Well, they're making more money because they have more programs on different media outlets, plus the fact the merchandise that they sell.
Merch.
Think about who is wearing a John Jones t-shirt. Have you seen a lot of those on the street? No. Have you seen any CM Punk shirts? Do you own a Sean Strickland t-shirt?
I'm going to go with no.
Well, there you go. But you got a John Cena shirt, right?
I've got two Cena shirts, actually.
You got a Hogan shirt. You got a Savage shirt.
A couple of Hogans. I got both of Savage. I got a Big Boss.
You got a bunch of belts.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody buying UFC belts, even though they're available. You don't hear about that, but it is what it is.
So that's a big deal. I want to cover that real quick. Thank you again, Ashley, for $2.
Have you heard about speaking of UFC, while it's on your lips, have you heard about the fight that's going to be on the grounds of the White House?
Yeah.
You know how you get tickets for that?
Works. I have no idea.
You've got to go to your state senator.
No shit. Really?
You've got it. My son called me up today and said, have you heard about this? I said, about what? He told me the whole story. He says, I just had to send emails to my state senator. I said like 4 or 5 emails to the guy. He'll never see him, but that's the only way you can get tickets.
I've not heard of this, but I am curious how this is going to look. I'm looking forward to it. Look, man, if nothing else, the White House is a showman right now. I mean, that shit's ridiculous to me, but whatever. It is what it is, where it goes. Back to Monday Night Raw, because there was a lot to cover from this. The Gunther interrupting and Dragon Lee attacking. I thought that was a hell of a way to open it up. I still don't understand why people don't like Gunther. He's different. He doesn't look like your typical guy, so I was happy about that. Then you got the elimination qualifier match with Uso, El Grande Americano, and Bronson Reed. And this is where it fell off the rails. Bronson Reed can't stay healthy, man. He just can't. He is a walking injury waiting to happen. And I understand injuries do happen from time to time. This was a simple move that essentially tore his bicep.
Do you think that, Bronson Reed is a power lifter. You can tell by looking at the guy as a power lifter. He's built like a power lifter. Do you think these guys work out too hard in the gym before the show?
I think they put too much weight on sometimes. He's one of them that's got too much weight on his frame. He's just got too much weight, and he's doing that splash. I know that can't be good for his body and his back and everything else. But the way he tore his bicep was the most simple move, where he was just essentially shoving the guy off of him, and it just right there rolled out of the ring. It was like, that's it, tore my bicep. He had emergency surgery after Raw. Did you see that?
No, I didn't hear anything about that.
He had to have emergency surgery, it was reported. I can't remember where I saw it from. Heard it from a bunch of sources, where he had to have emergency surgery to fix his bicep, man. That's crazy.
I can't believe you have on the tips of your fingers all these things that I just don't care about.
Well, there you go. It happened. You know what else you didn't
emergency
care about?
surgery. Good for him. Why'd you have to bring that up?
Well, you thought.
Why did you have to bring that up? I can't wait to see what all the botches in the Elimination Chamber match because of Jey Uso. And you could tell when he won that match, he didn't want to win it.
I didn't want him to win it, Bottles.
I didn't want him to win it either.
it's painful to watch what has happened to that guy in a year. It's only been a year. It's only been a year, and he's fallen completely off the side of that cliff. I mean, straight to the bottom, man.
It's like the Dukes of Hazzard when the car goes off the side of the mountain into the ravine, you know?
We got Liv Morgan making her decision. More of the bitchy Liv Morgan, please. Less of the woe is me. I don't want to see that ever again. And they flipped the script pretty quick on that. I think they being creative, might have looked at that and said, this was bad. Don't do that again. We just made her look extremely weak and pathetic. Let's not do that shit again. Because she turned into a heel, came out there and smacked the shit of Vakur. Just smacked the hell out of her.
Almost knocked her out, looked like.
That was a blow.
One shot, she was down, man. Yeah. Yeah. I think she loses that title, Don. I think she's going to lose that title at Elimination Chamber.
I know she is. There's no way they're going to keep it on.
And the story's going to be Raquel Rodriguez will win the Elimination Chamber. Wait a minute. Vacker's not wrestling Liv. I'm talking about WrestleMania. She'll lose that belt at WrestleMania. And then Raquel Rodriguez will win Elimination Chamber. And she'll pick Stephanie Vacker too. That's what I believe. You think she's going to take when Jay Cargill?
We'll talk about the Elimination Chamber in a minute. I think we have very different opinions on that.
You mean the Workers' Compensation Chamber?
Yes. God knows. Can anybody else please not get hurt before this thing kicks off? Which also comes back to the point you and I had a talk this week, and I shared it with you.
What is it?
Raw and SmackDown have become what used to be the traveling WWE B shows. There's some stars in there, and they wrestle, but it's not the A show anymore. The A show is now officially saved for the PLE. That's what the A show is. That's when you see the biggest stars wrestle, and that's the only time you can see them wrestle. That's it.
You know which one is the big time B show before the PLE? The SmackDown before the PLE. You'll see the Motor City Machine Guns. You'll see all the B level talent, the C and D level talent come out. Otis and Tazaba, all those guys will come out for SmackDown, even though they're not on there, before the PLE because they don't want anybody from the PLE getting hurt in those matches. So expect a big shit show this Friday night on SmackDown live. Richard Martinez, 39.58.
Wrestle the double duty at Mania. I might be with him on this. We'll talk about it in a minute, but thank you, Richard.
Tag titles and for the belt. Okay.
Yeah.
If she wins that chamber, pal, I don't think she's going to win that chamber.
Okay, we're going to talk about it a little bit. Maxine Dupree versus Natty Neidhart, who is now just going by Natty, and I don't give a shit about this. I don't know what this was supposed to be. You could kiss my ass on this. Get this off my television. Go away. I don't want to see it anymore. This has got nothing for me. I don't understand why they keep shoving this down our. Why are we even going to build this to Mania, Bottles? Or do you think this gets shut down before Mania and they don't have a Mania match?
It's shut down before Mania.
Raw main events?
It's shut down before Mania. This is a Raw feud only, and I hope they put it out of its misery. I hope they take it out behind the barn and put a bullet in its head. It's horrible. The Maxine Dupree experiment, for my money, is done. They should bust her back down to NXT and let her get matches in down there. And bring somebody. There's more people in
Hold on.
Before you go on.
Hold on. No.
Go ahead.
No, stop to bring stop making all these women that can't wrestle wrestlers. Stop that. Don't bring up another wrestler that's a woman that can't wrestle. Put them on the arm of a talented guy. Make them valets. Give me a reason to care about these women. She can't wrestle. And I'm tired of them bringing up women that can't wrestle. That's the biggest problem in wrestling in the WWE today is all these women they call up that can't wrestle.
Like who? Maxine Dupree.
That's one. Yeah.
Well, Vince brought her up. She's a carryover from the last vestiges of Vince when he was there. Bring that girl up.
There are way too many female matches with wrestlers that can't cut it. I'm sorry.
You've got wrestlers on NXT, Kalani Jordan, Lola Vice,
no,
Jada Parker.
No,
you've got women that can come up. They're 1,000 times better than Maxine Dupree. 1,000 times better than Maxine Dupree.
I got a hitcher that can wrestle better than her.
There's a homeless guy up at the Circle K. I bet I could take him.
Just saying. I
Do a
don't
little
want to
Indian
see
wrestling with
more-
that guy. He's better than
I don't want
Maxie
to see
Dupree.
any more bad female wrestling. I'm getting too much of it as it is. I'm getting too many bad female promos. Looking at you, Becky Lynch. Looking at you, AJ Lee.
Oh,
It's too much.
God, it was awful. Block Larry has his hand over his heart down in Louisiana right now. He's looking up at the Lord, saying, "Thank you, God." From
And
his
he
lips to your
chimes
ears,
in.
God. From his lips to your ears, God.
And he chimes in. That's the
There he
spirit,
is. That's the
pal.
spirit, pal. Absolutely. Maxie Dupree
So, yeah.
sucks. Nice girl by all accounts, but she sucks.
There's too few Rhea Ripley's and Charlotte Flair's having matches. That's my issue. That's my issue in a nutshell.
Right.
There's just not enough.
Right.
So, the other part of this show that got my attention, Brock Lesnar returned.
Yes.
And all the soy boys cried. They cried hard. I want to
he's-
see him in prison. Shut up, nerd. Shut up. He's a star.
I've never kissed a girl before.
I don't even want to hear any of this nonsense, Bottles, about Brock Lesnar. He is a star. Period.
Yes.
He's probably, and I've thought about this long and hard, one of the top 10 in the world to ever do it. To ever
Right
do
now.
it.
Currently.
No, I mean all time. You could go back, and I can start. I did a list the other day. I didn't save it for here, but you could go back.
I like to see that list because I think that's a bit of a stretch, but it's a bit of a stretch.
He's close if he's not.
Hogan, Flair, Bruno.
He's there.
Steamboat, Savage. What's
Oh,
that? Five guys
Steamboat's
right
not on
there.
Steamboat's not all time top 10. Neither is Savage. Sorry.
What?
They're not.
Are you?
They're not.
Not much I can say other than
Oh my.
I'm sorry.
Good.
Were they
Are
at the
you-
top of the game for a while? Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Did they do it for, say, Savage did it for
Are you
10,
talking
12 years?
longevity? Are you comparing longevity?
I'm talking money they made. I'm talking length of their careers. I'm talking on top. How long were they? That's what I'm saying.
You got a good argument there for Brock for longevity being on top.
Yeah, on top.
When did he
the whole-
come? When
you
did he
can't-
come in? When did he debut? 2002, 2003. He was in that big
Something
class
like that. Yeah.
with Batista, Lesnar, Orton, Cena. All those guys. They all came up at the
Yeah.
same time from Ohio Valley Wrestling. He was in Ohio Valley Wrestling, and he was just blowing people away down there. And they said, "You got to get this guy up here quick." Cornette was like,
And
Cornette was so erect from Lesnar's matches, he couldn't bend his arms and legs. He was like a
I'm
Like a
including
scarecrow.
guys like I'm including guys. So Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, Austin, Lou Thez is going to be in there. Lou Thez is going to be there.
he wrestled until he was like 77 years old, 75 years old.
Andre the Giant's going to be there.
Yeah.
Bruno Sammartino, we already named. I would probably not put The Rock in there because he just didn't do it long enough. It's been
He got
sporadic.
out right away. He got out. Yeah.
Frank Gotch, I'm going to have in my top 10 all time.
Frank Gotch.
Yeah.
Doesn't he own that plumbing company?
And then I'm telling you, the list gets down to guys like Harley Race. Are you putting Brock Lesnar over Harley? Because I am.
What about John
I
Moxley?
am. Will you stop with the nonsense? I'd probably put Nature Boy Buddy Rogers in that top 10 as well.
What about Gorgeous George?
See, he's close, but I don't think he did it long enough.
How about Jimmy Valiant, the Boogie Woogie Man?
Are you sniffing products in your house that I'm not watching right now?
I've got a big pot of glue sitting in my lap. I'm just getting the vapors are coming up into my nostrils right now.
Good God. So, yeah, when people are like, maybe, no, I really think he's in there. Brock Lesnar's been doing it for over 20 years. He's still a top draw. He is still a top money earner. And not to mention the fact the guy did it. He went to UFC and became their heavyweight champion. And then
He
came
did.
back.
He did.
So yeah,
I'll never forget that call. Joe Rogan said he looks like he's hitting that man with lunch boxes. His fists are as big as lunch boxes. That was a great fight.
So yeah, that's sort of where I'm at with that. But he's out there and he said he's got an open challenge. So we're going to see where this goes. I don't know. I really don't know where this is going to go now. It's starting to feel more and more like it's going to be Obafemi. It feels like they're just going to rush this instead of building it up like we wanted to.
They got to build it up, dude. They just can't force that guy into that shit. They got 4 weeks, 5 weeks. Wait a minute. Mania is in the middle of April, right?
Yes, it is.
6 weeks. 6 weeks to force that.
But you've got to get it going right away. You can't wait another week with him coming out and nothing happens.
It's got to be Gunther. It's got to be Gunther.
I hope it is.
It's got to be.
We've wanted for a while.
Yeah.
I just don't know where this is. I don't know what they're going to do.
It's got to be Gunther.
I see everybody talking here. Paul Orndorff wasn't on top long enough. Randy Orton missed way too much time, and he also isn't. He's just not a big star. I'm sorry. He's just not. Love Randy Orton. He is not as big a star as what Brock Lesnar is.
You got to think of people. You got to think of people that when you mention their name, people say, "Oh, that guy." You left out Undertaker.
Yeah, but he was a top guy, but he was the top guy. And not to mention, who ended Taker's streak?
Yeah.
Who went over that night, pal?
Yeah. It's
go.
It's funny. Richard Martinez, $39.58, $2. Gunther retiring Ray at Mania, Oba or LA versus Brock. They've said LA Knight versus Brock Lesnar. That's a rumor that Meltzer's floating. That it's going to happen, but I don't believe what Meltzer says. LA Knight's going to face. He's not going to face. He's not going to let Brock Lesnar. They're not going to let Brock Lesnar destroy and bury LA Knight.
I don't know. They're doing a pretty good job of it now. He's getting buried every fucking week. Why would they stop now?
I wouldn't say buried, but it's
he ain't
LA,
getting pushed to the moon.
You're doing a great job, LA, but we don't have a lot of faith in you. You know, there's a guy. Listen, he used to be known as Eli Drake in TNA and NWA. Eli Drake, you with me so far?
Go ahead.
There's a kid in NXT that they named Eli Knight. Eli Knight. How much of a FU is that to LA Knight? The name of a guy, Eli Knight. And they did it deliberately. Are they expecting when they call this kid up finally, LA Knight's going to be gone? Because they don't like having people having similar names.
Well, you've talked about this in depth on the show many times. You really feel like Paul Levesque has got a serious issue with LA Knight. Like there's some bad blood there.
It's I wouldn't say bad blood, but it's the rumor going around is he's difficult to work with backstage. It goes back to when Vince was there. Vince said, "God damn it, what's he wearing a green outfit for again? He wore it last week on Raw. He's wearing the green gear again." Then he put him on SmackDown the same week. "God damn it, he's got the green gear on again. Did he wash it? What the hell? Jesus, God almighty." And that's Vince going off backstage. And they tell him not to don't wear that green outfit ever again. Vince doesn't like it. So what's he do? He wears the green outfit on SmackDown because that's all he packed. And he got yelled at again. And they look at that as, well, he's just saying, fuck you to the company. Fuck you. I don't care what you say. Fuck you. And he's not.
If Vince took such, hold on. If Vince took such great slight at your gear, get over yourself, Vince. That's some childish shit.
Dude, he micromanaged everything. You know how Vince is.
I know. All right, so on to this thing. Javon Evans versus Kofi Kingston. Javon Evans, high flyer right now. He's got to figure out another finisher. He's just going to have to.
He's hot. He's hot right now.
Can't do that forever. CM Punk had a promo. We had the Elimination Chamber qualifier with Io Sky, Kairi Zhang, and Gonzo, and Gonzo won. And they did the tribute to AJ Styles, and that brings us to a big story on this. AJ Styles, you and I have talked about this multiple times. I have maintained the whole time he's walking away. He ain't coming back. He ain't wrestling again. He doesn't want to do it anymore. He wants to go home to his family.
And he had a big offer on the table from AEW. You're froze up, Don. Yeah, Don.
Some here. Got a problem.
You froze up, buddy.
Can you guys see me? Because I can't see bottles all of a sudden.
You look like you were
this is weird.
Yodeling. You look like you were yodeling. Can you hear me?
Am I gone?
You froze up just then.
Huh.
Tell your son to get off of Xbox.
What the hell?
Good times. Good times. There he goes. We lost Don. But that's okay. All I can say is he's still spinning. He's a spinning circle. And now he's gone altogether. But that's okay. We'll cover the rest of this show. The LA Knight situation, going back to that, is he's very, very detail-oriented in the way he wants everything to be. And he's pitched a lot of ideas backstage, and they said these ideas are just horrible. They suck. We're not going to do this. And that's where we are right now. But anyway, going back to AJ Styles with his big retirement party that he had. You know he's got neck problems, which I didn't know. I had absolutely no idea the man had neck problems, but he did. And his neck constantly hurt him, constantly bothered him from all the years of wrestling, what he was doing. So he actually enjoys going home to his family and not hurting anymore. And he's worried about taking one big bad bump, and he's going to have major problems in mobility and possibly paralysis along the way. Who would know? I'm not in a position to wrestle, take those bumps, take all the heavy punishment those guys do. Got no clue about any of that. But it is what it is. He signed a deal to work backstage, probably in NXT from the way it looks, most likely, to train the new talent, the up-and-coming talent. And that was just announced today, as a matter of fact, on Twitter by the usual suspects, Cultaholic, Meltzer, all those guys. So kudos to AJ Styles. Good for him. I'm glad he's actually going to enjoy his life, be home with his children, be home with his wife. You know, in the celebration, it was good to see the Good Brothers back, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. To see all those guys come back, to see him with Nakamura, who he wrestled several times in New Japan. And I wouldn't say they were very good friends by Nakamura's definition, from what he said in that big diatribe he posted on Instagram a couple of weeks ago about talking to AJ about his plans, going backstage and all that stuff. Not our good friends, but not really, really close in where you're sharing all your personal information and all of that. But there's a lot of mutual respect there for just the battles up and down they did back in Japan. So talking about AJ Styles, Don, while you were stepping out for a bourbon. You're stepping out for a bourbon.
I have no idea what's going on.
You're a lot clearer now, Don. You were freezing up, and you're like you sound like a transformer for a while, but now you're okay.
What the fuck?
Good times here at the Squared Circle Maniacs podcast, folks. Keep those super chats rolling in so we get a better internet connection.
Dude, I swear to God, I'm calling StreamYard with this. I'm tired of this bullshit. I'm tired of it, man.
You pissed off at StreamYard? Pissed off at StreamYard?
I'm tired of this, dude.
Don thinks that StreamYard, who we go through for streaming and all that, for streaming from our computers to YouTube, he thinks that StreamYard is throttling our connection.
They're fucking it up. It's plain and simple.
To get us to spend more money for the next tier of service. There's various tiers of service. Show.
But yeah, AJ Styles walking away, I'm not surprised by that. The part that got my attention was he signed he signed another contract today for the behind the scenes job. I don't know if you covered that or not, but that was
already did.
That was cool. And the other part that got my attention was the crash out of the neckbeards that were so convinced he was going to AEW. So convinced he was going there. So convinced. It's not happening. He was never going there.
I saw a graphic. Alan Jones is all elite because that's his real name, Alan Jones. Alan Jones is all elite.
He never had any intention of going there. Why would you go from the biggest company in the world to a second tier promotion for good money, I'm sure, but why keep having these matches? You're gonna be 50. Walk away while you've got your health. Seriously.
Well, he's got a bad neck. He's got a bad neck. Everyone's coming out and saying he's got a bad neck. He's even come out and said, I got a bad neck. I'm in constant pain in my neck. And to get out of the ring is going to be a godsend to him. So can you imagine going into AEW and doing a moonsault off the top rope with a flying forearm and nobody catches you? There's nobody there to receive that move. Can you imagine that? And breaking your effing neck in AEW from some untrained goof like Darby Allin or who
Eddie Kingston.
You think he would wrestle Eddie Kingston?
I'm just saying.
Burger Man, the Burger King, Eddie Kingston. Where is Eddie Kingston?
I'm just saying.
By the way, where is Eddie Kingston? He came back for a pay-per-view, and now he's gone. I'm glad I don't see him on my TV.
It's been months. You're right, though.
He has.
Did just disappear into the
just
wind.
A tub of goo that's gone. He came back in worse shape than when he left. But we're on WWE still, so go ahead.
But
go ahead, Don.
It makes me laugh that they're like, he's definitely going there now. No, he's not.
He's not. He's not.
God, man, these people. We need to go ahead and talk about Elimination Chamber, I guess, because that's coming up this week.
Well, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, sorry.
Saturday night, Elimination Chamber. We got 4 matches to go through. Let's get through this. We got Orton, we got LA Knight, we got Cody Rhodes, we got Javon Evans, and we got Trick Williams and Jey Uso. Who's coming out of this?
If they do the right thing, if I was booking it, Orton.
I agree with you. If I was booking it, I'd have Orton win this thing. One last title shot.
Cody Rhodes does not need another title shot. He does not need to be in the title picture. He does not.
He does not.
It's Cody Rhodes fatigue right now. Just tired of Cody Rhodes. I've been tired of Cody Rhodes.
I know you have. And he's also got that movie coming out this summer, and I'm sure they'll be having to hit the road to go out there and push
to do press for that, yes.
Yes. Women's Elimination title. Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Kiana James, and Gonzo. You like Gonzo in this match?
I do like Gonzo in this match. The whole thing, Liv is going after Vacker at WrestleMania. Now, if someone wins the Elimination Chamber match, I'm asking you, man or woman, can they go after the same person that someone else claimed? Is there a rule against that?
It's never been done.
Is there a rule against that? Remember,
I don't think so.
Gonzo was eliminated from the Royal Rumble by her best friend, Liv Morgan.
I know. I'm not going to call pooey on it, but I do think Rhea Ripley's winning this. I just do.
You think Rhea Ripley's going to go? You think Rhea Ripley's going to go to SmackDown to be the champ there and face Jade Cargill?
I do.
I don't think so.
Move on.
I think they're going
to drop those.
You've got to look at some.
They're going to drop those tag titles.
I think if it's not Rodriguez, it will be Tiffany Stratton facing Jade Cargill.
We don't want that again.
Just to keep her on SmackDown. SmackDown to SmackDown.
No, thank you.
Maybe it's Janelle Grant coming in to take on.
What the fuck?
Jade Cargill. What? She's in the news lately.
CM Punk versus Finn Balor. I'm taking CM Punk. I don't believe the bullshit of I'll drop the title and get it back. I think that's bad booking all the way around. That's just my opinion.
That would be funny if Balor won the belt and kept it, and then somehow, what kind of machinations will they go through to have Punk, Balor, and Reigns in a 3-way? They're already going to have a 3-way with Drew McIntyre. And that whole scene over there on SmackDown.
I hate all of the have multiple 3-ways. I don't like that shit. Women's Intercontinental Championship, Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee. I don't care. Just end it. Just double count out. Don't care. End this.
Why? She came back. It was cool to see her come back. She worked the tag team match with her husband, and now it's just cringe. Every time she comes up and starts to speak, she's in the ring. It's cringy. Let's see her in a couple of matches. Let's see her wrestle a couple of matches that aren't on a pay-per-view instead of just talking and just wearing us out, mentally. Who makes these decisions?
I don't know, but whoever said that promo was going to be fire, the writer should have been fired immediately following that.
Exactly.
That was trash.
They should be standing there in line outside of Tony Khan's door at AEW Collision with their hat in their hand, say, "I'm looking for a job, sir. I'm looking for a job."
So that's going to be the chamber. We summed it up. I will probably go make fajitas during that match. I have no interest in that shit at all. Oh, yeah, in the mystery box, it's going to be Danhausen. It's going to get open Saturday night.
Yes, it's Danhausen. Who was best friends, by the way, like we said last week and the week before. Well, last week. He's best friends with CM Punk.
Whatever happened to Odyssey Jones and Zion Quinn? I know you've been asking that lately.
It's on the tip of my tongue. I woke up this morning saying, that Odyssey Jones got a raw deal.
He did get a raw deal. But
he did get a raw deal, by the way. Yes, they did screw him over. He got a raw deal like Enzo Amore got a raw deal. Zion Quinn.
So, yeah.
Zion Quinn, I have no idea where that guy's at. He looked like $1 million.
Well, they're in Japan, so now you know.
Good.
All Japan Pro Wrestling is what I read earlier.
Good for them. At least they're wrestling, and maybe one of them can come back after the season a little bit. Zion Quinn was terrible in NXT. He was terrible in the main roster. Looked like $1 million, but.
I got an awesome update for you that I got right here.
Yes.
This is amazing. I can't believe this. According to Fightful Select, WWE is having to have heavy rewrites because of the Bronson Reed injury. No shit.
Oh, if it's Fightful Select, it's got to be true. They're probably right about that, Don.
The entire premise of this, like it's breaking news that they're going to have to rewrite some shit left and right because of, no kidding.
All right. Well, who was doing an interview? Who was doing a press interview lately? Recently.
Yes, let's talk about this.
Yes, he was doing a press interview recently as of yesterday. And in the middle of the interview, his cell phone went off. Someone sent him a text message. It was from Paul Heyman. And that man was,
might I add,
go ahead.
Karrion Kross.
Yes.
Karrion Kross was doing an interview with the guy. He had his cell phone on his lap. In the middle of this interview, his phone went off. The guy happened to look down, and there it was. Paul Heyman text message. I kind of like that idea, considering all the injuries of bringing him back to help this out.
Why not?
But I'm not going to be mad if it doesn't, but it's interesting. It's at least intriguing.
Why not? It'd be great to have him and Scarlett come back and be with Heyman. And you've got two great talkers with those three mooks. And, two mooks now. It's just Logan Paul and Austin Theory.
I know. It's getting worse and worse.
It's getting bad. It's getting bad.
Getting late early.
You need to call people up from NXT. I mean, you got all that talent there in NXT. Call some of those guys up to fill the void.
It's almost like they're fucking scared to try anything new in this company sometimes.
Yes.
They're terrified of it.
They are. I mean, you've got people. I'm not going to go into it all. You got Ethan Page they could call up. Ricky Saints they could call up and put them in the vision. And those guys can
they
both
have
talk.
veterans in that company that shouldn't be there now.
Yes.
Anyway, I want to let you know this real quick. Sarah Rowe retired this week, she announced. So I thought you'd want to commemorate on that. I know she had a lengthy career. You were a big fan of hers. Is there anything you'd like to say about her?
I think she was fantastic in what she did. I loved all her work. What was her name again?
Yes, exactly. So we're moving on from that quickly.
Sure.
Dave Meltzer had a meltdown this week because he said
Again?
Rusev. He said
he had that hairdo too close to the heat lamp, and the kiwi melted.
Rusev talked a little bit about what was going on with him in AEW, and he said, "I wanted to wrestle. I wanted to mix it up with the best." And Dave Meltzer went off. You've got to be kidding me! The whole problem he had in AEW was he didn't want to lose the stupid books. He didn't want to lose it. So Dave Meltzer saying he didn't wrestle there because he didn't want to lose.
Well, you've got to listen to what Rusev said. He wanted to mix it up with the best. And they probably had him wrestling Evil Uno, Darby Allin,
they had
Orange
him in a
Cassidy.
Video arcade. They had him in a video arcade stupid segment when he first came in.
Penelope Ford and
With
Kip
the best
Sabian.
friends dork.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
All that stupid bullshit they were going to do. It was horrible. Horrible. And he would have wrestled some names. He would have wrestled some big names. And they, we'll put you with Darby Allin. Do you know a guy named Evil Uno? What? What is this Evil Uno? It's just the shits. Have you heard the story about Booker T and Dave Meltzer?
this nonsensical bullshit. Yeah, I heard about it. Go ahead. Dave Meltzer's out of his mind, man.
He gave Booker T the worst announcer award in the Wrestling Observer newsletter.
Yes.
Because Booker T allegedly threatened to kick his ass at a personal appearance where Meltzer was there and Booker T was there. And Booker T walked over and got into it with Meltzer about Meltzer's the way he talks about other wrestlers and all that shit. And he's very, very down on their work. Some of the greats. And he gives all these 5-star awards to these matches of these mooks from Japan and the Indies and all that bullshit. And Booker T got into it with him and said, you know what, if you talk to me like that, I'll beat your ass, or something like that, he said. I don't have it all in front of me right now, but this is like a year ago, and people are saying this led Meltzer to having in the Wrestling Observer Awards, which are the Dave Meltzer Awards. Don't kid yourself.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. 500
people voted. That's it. He's got thousands of subscribers, and only 500 people took the time to vote, or he considered their votes. He disregarded all the WWE votes. And Booker T, which I sort of agree, Booker T was the worst announcer. He's a horrible announcer at NXT.
I know you don't like him.
I like Booker T in his interviews. I like Booker T in his in-ring work back then in the day. But when you're just, yeah, man, yeah. And there's he's talking about Vic Joseph is there trying to make some kind of semblance of what's going on in the ring. And Booker T's going, yeah, man. Oh. You and I could do that. Pay me.
I agree it's bad.
Bring me down. I live in Florida. I'll drive down there and do it.
Here's my thing. He also gave that same award to Gorilla Monsoon year after year, who I loved on commentating. I love Gorilla Monsoon.
He was great.
I grew up with Gorilla Monsoon. I thought he was amazing.
Bobby Brain, he dropped him on his occipital protuberance.
Yes. What? Oh, look, it's pandemonium here. It's just amazing. He did the best. Warrior
Pandemonium breaking it. Book would have did his commentary while stomping Dave. That would have been fantastic.
Yes, he would have.
That would have been fantastic. He threatened to beat Dave's ass. And Dave was scared about that.
Should have been. Talking shit about guys, man.
Goddamn right.
I got one more piece of news. Cody Rhodes says the next deal he signs with WWE will be the last one he ever signs in wrestling.
Good.
Thank you again, Warrior.
Cody Rhodes is already making plans when Triple H retires to take over creative with CM Punk. And I forgot who else he named. There's like a little conglomeration of people that he thinks are going to take over running WWE for TKO.
By the way, thank you all for joining. Please like and subscribe. Hit the notifications button. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We are trying to sort this out. I don't know what the hell is going on right now with StreamYard, but they have pissed me off for the last time. I can tell you that much. It's utterly ridiculous, man.
Sherry, plug it back in, Sherry.
Man, she ain't here.
No?
We got to talk about AEW now. We had a show last night.
Please. Do we have to?
Oh, boy. 2,500 people there. And yes, Denisha says they're going to call up Sol Ruka. Yep, we talked about that a little bit earlier. Might have been some bad audio.
She's definitely coming up.
Yeah. That is a tiny stage they had last night. That was the first thing that I noticed. Did you notice that? That stage was tiny.
2,500 people, Don. We're back. They're saying we are so back. We sold out. We are so back. Can you believe that these idiots were saying that? They sold 2,500 tickets. Sold the place out. And block Larry for $2. Thank you, Larry, for the $2. Are we going to get a 200 March of Hate? Yes.
Yes, you are.
Yes. The March of Hatred. Is that Malcolm McDowell from A Clockwork Orange?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
That's great. Great.
That's our Larry.
Yes.
But I'm not gonna be hard on them for doing that in front of 2,500 people. That's fine. These are the size of the buildings they should be running. But it's just be consistent with it, because the stage last night looked like, oh shit, that's a small area, man, and it was noticeable right out of the gate.
Absolutely. You only got a fifth of the people watching it at home, so you don't. It's not like you need to book a 10,000 seat arena. You only got a fifth of the people watching it at home, so.
I tell you what, I needed a fifth to watch this show last night. This was god-awful. We say it all the time. I turned this off at like the 9:20 mark. I said, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this.
You didn't miss anything.
I'm not putting myself through this.
That last match was horrendous. It was just a car crash. You didn't know where to look. And I think they played the Jungle Boy theme song through the entire match. Like it was the... What did they call that when it's the stadium stampede or whatever they called it, where they're fighting all around the arena?
Oh,
and playing music.
the 100-yard goat fuck, I think they call it.
The 100-yard fuck, is that what they called it? Yeah,
goat.
That's what it was like. Something like that. I don't know what it was, but they kept playing the Jungle Boy theme, and I'm listening to that in the background, and just it was 10 people you never cared about. But we'll get to that. Go ahead.
They are doing this Collision Open now every week, and I don't know where this is coming from, but this one was particularly
awful.
So it starts off.
Before you go into it, let's just say this. Remember the last 2 weeks, we thought that they're trying to turn things around. They're doing the Collision Open where people are saying what their grievances are, what the problems they have with their opponents, and setting up the matches for the remainder of the evening. And then they announce a decent main event with stars in it.
Yes, they were announcing PLE pay-per-view type main events that they've had the last 2 or 3 shows that the fans of the show really want to see. Swerve versus video game boy Ryu. They wanted to see that badly. Like, that's the kind of stuff they wanted to see that.
Yeah,
shit.
Omega. Yeah, absolutely.
This
that's all over with
didn't
now.
Have this.
That's all
this
gone.
This show
now.
didn't have this.
Right.
It opens up, we get Willow Nightingale and the Puppet Master backstage, and I don't know what happened, if they missed their cue, but this shit, the camera just stays on them, and they finish talking, and the camera doesn't cut to the next segment for like 5-6 seconds, and they're just standing there like dogs watching on the side of the road humping. Just do something with the camera, man.
Did they step out of the way of the cameraman like they did to somebody else later in the show?
No, they just stared it down like they were having a staring contest with no one. I didn't understand this. And then they cut to Timu, Beth Phoenix, and some blonde chick that I don't care to remember her name, Penelope Ford, I guess. And they do a promo. Yes. And then they announced the actual wrestling card for this show. And I wrote down, oh, shit, this is not good. This is
good at all,
not
pal.
what I got the last couple of weeks.
Not at all.
Wow.
Not at all. Just
the main
horrible.
event for this shit, the main event for this trash was an 8-man gaggle cluster where no one gives a shit. Just everybody do a million things. And I said, I'm not watching this. They used to do this all the time. I didn't care then. I'm sure as hell not watching this now.
It was awful. Just awful. If you were there live, you didn't know where to look. I'm sure that people who were there live, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It was awful to watch. Horrible. It's the same old wild bullshit.
We get an FTR and Bucks recap. And I got to ask you, because I'm going to recap this and I'm going to throw it over to you. Who are the heels in this thing? Because the Bucks came out last week and jumped them from behind like heels, and then FTR grabbed a hold of the Bucks family on Collision apparently and roughed them up. So I don't understand who the heel is in any of this shit now. I really don't.
None of it means anything. It doesn't mean a thing. Somebody will turn babyface next week, or after the pay-per-view, one of these teams will turn babyface, and that's it. None of it means anything. They don't even have a clue as to what's going on with this.
Then we get another Moxley match. And I just wrote another Moxley match again. Like
Who'd he
the fifth
wrestle?
week in a row. Another.
Who'd he wrestle?
I'm going to get to it.
I love the name.
And he gets slapped by Footloose as usual. And this time Claudio's not the belt bitch. He's actually carrying his own title. I don't understand what the dynamic is in this group anymore. I don't understand what the Cracker Clan is anymore. Is Claudio not his belt guy? The chick's still slapping him. We still got Renee Baguette sitting there like a sideline reporter with her deer in the headlights, not pretending she doesn't know what the hell Moxley's doing.
Wheeler Yuta got his head shaved 2 weeks ago. Why wouldn't you trot him out on TV to humiliate him? That's what it's for. That's what it's for. He got his head shaved. That's why it's there, to humiliate the guy, a heel. But he's not a heel anymore, is he? Is he a baby face? Are they heels?
Renee Baguette is sitting there, and this time she's actually got a report to do, and she calls over Footloose. And Footloose says that when she slaps him, there is no pain, only joy. And then fucks off. Tony Khan had this line in his head and said, this is going to sound so cool. And then she said it and she delivered it. And I was left dumbstruck by the entire thing.
It's just like if you're in an elevator in a busy office building and the guy next to you takes a piss right in the elevator. That's what it's like. And you're just looking going, what the hell is going on here?
This was awful in
Horrible.
every way.
Horrible.
Moxley's in the ring. Here comes Captain Pervert. We're off. And I'll say this.
That's what I'm looking for right there. Captain Pervert.
Nigel was on the call, and I'm going to tell you, you were harsh on him. He was like it was a welcome note to my ears to not have to hear nonsense the whole match. Nigel sounds like a professional commentator to me.
He does.
I like his style.
But the opening lines of Nigel McGuinness sound like verbal Novocaine to me. I'm going, oh my God, this is going to be awful. But he came around. He came around throughout the match. Better than Tony Schiavone and Excalibur.
God, yes.
Oh,
and maybe that's what I was comparing it to, because hearing them all night is like nails on a chalkboard.
Good Lord. This whole thing with these commentators, dude, when's he going to pull the string? When's he going to pull the string? Is he out of his... I know he's out of his mind. When's he just going to say, look, the commentary team is not working out at all. You guys have to go to Ring of Honor. We're bringing somebody else in. When's he going to do it? They're hard. Even the neckbeards think... Even the neckbeards are turning on the commentators.
Awful. This was a sloppy match at times. I really was not impressed with Captain Pervert. Like, he missed some shit that was just basic wrestling, trying to do a million things at once. I've heard this said in the past. Be a master of 10 moves. Don't try to do 100. And that stands true in any wrestling match I've ever seen. Master 10 moves. Don't try to do 100. And this was a prime example.
Who said that? Harley Race?
I don't know. God damn it. It was Vince. No, Harley said, I told that motherfucker I'd be down at the Y at 2 o'clock and he better have my money. Where's Hogan?
Say it for me. Tomorrow's never promised. Say it.
Oh, my God. Bottles came across, and we're not laughing at the entire what was said, but apparently Bottles saw a video tribute to Harley Race by his son.
Just a picture. Just a picture.
Which is
him
great.
with the gravesite.
But it said, tomorrow is promised to no one, or something along those
lines.
No,
tomorrow's never promised.
Harley Race was almost 80 years old. What are we talking about right now?
And he died when, Don? Like 2010?
Like 2019. No, 2019.
Tomorrow's never promised, Don. The man died when he was like 78 years old. Tomorrow's never promised.
Dude.
You act like the kid. I can't say kid. He's the guy's in his 50s.
He's a grown damn man.
Grown damn man at the tombstone of Harley Race. At the tombstone of Harley.
That's
Race.
like me going to my great grandmother's tomb. It'd be like, oh, I can't believe you're gone. She was 100 when she passed. She was 100.
He's almost hugging the tombstone in the picture with a sad look on his face, looking off into the distance. And it said, tomorrow's never promised. And I'm looking at the tombstone, and I looked up when he died. I'm thinking, the son of a bitch was all beat up. He was in a wheelchair. He was in a rascal, motoring around. Bad health all the way. He was like in his late 70s. What are we doing?
Anyway, that caught my fancy. Back to this god-awful match. And this has become an epidemic, not just in AEW, but in all wrestling companies. Can we stop with the 10 count outside to where the guy's all beat to hell, and right before he gets to 10, the wrestler pops up like a spring and flies into the ring like he's okay again? Can we do the old-fashioned barely get back in to put some believability back in this bullshit? Because that was terrible.
Can we stop the referee from going out when they all come out of the ring? And say, come on, you guys got to get back in the ring. Come on, guys. Come on, please. Get back in the ring. Put the bucket of nails down. Come on, guys, get back in the ring. Don't drag him over the glass. Come on, get back in the ring. Put the blowtorch away. Get back in the ring.
And again, why does Jon Moxley get taken to the limit with every Tom, Dick, and Harry in this company? He is an ex-world champion. It's always a struggle bus of a match with this guy every fucking week.
It went almost 25 minutes. Almost 25 minutes this match was, and it was excruciating. It was horrible. But then again, this is the guy who taps out to Chili's managers.
Yes, that's true.
He taps out to the guy who's the fry cook at the Outback.
I'll show you wanting double guacamole on this shit.
That's it.
Anyway, Jon Moxley wins with 2 DDTs out of nowhere, and I don't care. Swerve and Kenny recap. And out comes Swerve's mouthpiece. And starts going off about it. Prince Nana says, do you think we care about being suspended for a week at $100,000? Like, I guess that's the deal. And then Swerve Strickland appears. Is he suspended or not? What is going on here, man? He just said he's suspended and fined.
Why were they screaming? Why was he screaming at Shivani to get up out of his chair? Why was Nana screaming at Shivani?
I don't know.
Like Shivani's the one who suspended him.
But then Swerve comes out. Swerve's here. He's not suspended. He's on the show. What are we doing here?
In that promo package for the feud, Kenny Omega said, Swerve, you really, really took me to the limit. You really, really did it to me this time. It was like no enthusiasm in the promo whatsoever. And his disembodied voice narrating this. I'm thinking, that guy sounds really excited. It sounds like he's ordering a fish fillet at McDonald's through the drive-thru window. Can I get some extra tartar sauce on that, please? Thank you. It was awful. This is why no one's excited about any of this shit that goes on in this company, except for 15-year-old boys in their basement with orange fingers. The Cheeto section.
Then Swerve calls the fans sickos and then starts talking derogatory to everybody. Is he a heel or a face?
He's trying to be a heel. He's a heel now.
Then don't call them sickos. Don't call them sickos. He says that the table has been reinforced, and then someone says something, and he says, your mama boy, and that's the end of the promo.
I'm glad it was over quickly.
My God. Brody King has a promo. There's no chance for it. Thank God for that, because they'd have probably gotten in trouble for that one. Orange Cassidy versus the Transparent Wonder. We get this match. And it's the typical...
Did you see that guy headbutt or try to headbutt Orange Cassidy? He missed it by 5 inches.
Yes.
Camera's right on those two.
This is your typical Orange Cassidy match. He gets the shit kicked out of him for the entire match. Has one comeback, only this time the Transparent Wonder got the ref involved, hit a low blow, and won the match.
His buddy came in,
and then
too,
out
Clark
comes
Connors.
and then out comes Darby Allin to get Clark Connors and Homeboy off of him. So I just
Everybody was dead for this. It was just dead for this. It's awful, awful. And Clark Connors is shorter. He's almost the same size as Darby Allin.
He's a little guy. I noticed that.
A little guy, more muscular, but he's a short guy.
Yeah. Renee Baguette is with the Pirate and Statlander, and they talk about the tickler, and I don't know where this is going at all. I
It was awful. It was awful. It was awful. She's rattling away in Spanish, and we're going. What's going on? What is she talking about? What is happening here? Guys and gals, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'm not exaggerating. This is how unwatchable the show was last night.
It was horrible. It just nose dove into the shallow end, fast and hard.
Good to see Thunder Rosa. She's back. She's healthy. She was hurt for the longest time again, and she's got a history of being hurt all the time. And she's back now. She's painted up like a I don't know what. She's painted up like Two-Face, Batman animated series.
Like a pirate.
And like a pirate. And she's talking and rattling off in Spanish. I guess she thinks it's trendy, like Stephanie Vacker to cut promos in Spanish, but it didn't work. Didn't work at all.
And Mr. Nobody, no, I have not heard about that. If you want to give us a rundown, that'd be great. Kevin Knight comes down and he has a match with Who Gives a Shit, and he wins, and then he cuts a promo. And I just wrote, what is happening to the show right now?
Why are they cutting
a spin of nothingness into a void of suck?
They're out of breath, and they're cutting promos. Why would you have the guy cut a promo backstage when he's calmed down, or to do a pre-tape and just pop that in like 5 minutes later? I don't know. Why?
Mr. Nobody gave us a little heads up. He said Darby Allin was doing an interview on his phone when he was getting a lift from an Uber or some other car rental, and the driver lost the plot with him and asked him to turn the phone off.
Yes.
Hey, buddy, could you shut that shit off? I'm trying to drive here. I don't know what you're doing back there.
Right.
That's funny.
Good.
And then we get to the heart of the matter. Tony Schiavone calls out Hangman and MJF. MJF starts talking. He calls Denver, what did he call them? Ignorant potheads. Hangman says he wants a Texas death match and it will change Moxley forever. Moxley says, I got a coin here that I'm going to flip. And as soon as he got it, I said, it's
Moxley?
a double-headed coin.
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, MJF.
MJF, yeah. He flipped the coin.
MJF says, we're going to do the match I want. He goes to leave. He gets pushed back into the ring by the faces. And they all say, it's a double-headed coin, like I said it was. And immediately, Schiavone's like, I just got word from Tony Khan. It's a Texas death match. Just instantly. Didn't let it breathe. Didn't let it have a minute. Right away.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't they say last week that it was going to be a Texas death match? Didn't Hangman say?
MJF said it was convoluted. It didn't make sense. You couldn't keep up with what was going on.
Right. It was poorly written, basically, is what you're saying.
Yes.
It was the shits. And now we've got a Texas death match anyway. Did you see how the sound went out?
Uh-oh.
What?
No, go ahead.
Did you see how the sound went out during this?
No, I didn't.
In your feed, the sound didn't go out?
No.
In my feed, I have Xfinity Stream, where it's internet based. The sound went out when they were the F word. They were chanting the F word about something, and it wasn't fuck ice. It was something else, and they were trying to bleep it out, and they couldn't do it. And the Spanish language feed came through. ¿Dónde está? Oh, muy bien, gracias. ¿Dónde está Hangman? All this is going on. It was going in and out, and Hangman was talking, and there was nothing. And then it glitched and glitched again and glitched again. And MJF is like just staring at Hangman while Hangman's cutting a promo. And then it cuts back to fuck ice and all this other shit they were chanting. And cowboy shit. That was all taking place. It was just everything I just said happened in like a 1 minute window. And what killed me was the Spanish language commentators coming through. And Shivani was probably sitting there pulling his toupee off, flipping out.
Mr. Nobody finished the story and said the driver had said, I've had a long day and was so pissed off at Darby. He told him to get out and left him stranded on the side of the road.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
That's great. What a story.
Screw that guy.
Anyway, a group called The Birds are on TV. 2 chicks. I don't care.
Brawling Birds.
Megan Bain. Like I said, don't care. Then we get Megan Bain, Penelope Ford, and the Bash of Chicks, and I'm out of here. And I saw where Penelope Ford did a backflip off the top rope to the floor. No one caught her, and she landed harshly on the floor and apparently hurt herself.
Let's play it.
Go ahead. That's going to leave a mark.
Jumped out of the way. Those two just jumped out of the way and let her just go right down on the ground. And the funny thing was she got back in the ring and tried to do a little something, and then she realized, I think I broke my leg again, and just hopped out, got down on the ground, and they spirited her away quickly. And they told Lena Cross, the girl they just signed from Australia, to come in and with the belt, the big chick, bigger than Megan Bain, to come in and hit one of them with a belt, and that was it. Awful. Just awful. And those two girls, see, Sky Blue broke her ankle because Penelope Ford broke her arm because she jumped on the Sky Blue and Julia Hart, and they just let her go and hit the ground. Did a half-assed try to catch her. And
I said it before, and I'll say it again. There's too many women that don't know how to wrestle.
You're exactly right. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. They're trying to make this the Penelope Ford thing happen with a tag team with Megan Bain, both of Joey Janela's girlfriends, the ex and the current Joey Janela girlfriend, and it's not working out because Penelope Ford if you broke your leg and you broke your arm, why would you want to go and jump off, do a moonsault on two people that?
Nope. I got a better question. I got a better question. If you broke your leg and you broke your arm, would you think maybe you're in the wrong profession?
Right. Why would you do a move off the top rope? And two people, I guess she thought, okay, they're nice girls. They'll catch me. I don't know, dude. Harley Cameron probably saw that shit come and said, I'm not breaking my nose again. That's it. And she jumped out
whatever
of the way.
she did, she sure as hell went, there she went. That chick literally said, wherever you go, there you went. We're done.
Oh my God. It was unbelievable what I saw. I just couldn't believe it. I said, they didn't even try to catch that girl.
I'm going to watch a Chamber. We might do a show Sunday. Not sure yet. Talk to you about it after the show. Do some coverage on that. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Sorry about the technical difficulties. We will try to get that sorted out. I want to thank you all again. Please like and subscribe. Hit that notifications button, and we will see you next week.
Until next week, Gordon Soley saying so long from the Sunshine State.